All right, hello people, and we are back. Although I hate to say it, but I'm a little disappointed. I was really hoping that the ancient legendary build was not going to win out this season. I was really hoping for Jade Harvester. I was hoping that having to give up a legendary gem for the Legacy of Dreams might have been enough to tone the ancient legendary build enough to where it wouldn't be quite as good as it was last season, where you didn't need the Legacy of Dreams to get the ancient legendary bonus. And I thought maybe that would make Jade Harvester have a comeback, but unfortunately, the only other possibility might have been to use, could it even be done here? Oops. To use the crafted set. I don't even think I could you even use, yeah, you could use the crafted set. I would have to take off Compass Rose Traveler's Pledge, put on the Ring of Royal Grandeur, and then I'd have to take off, I believe it's, what is it, belt and one other. Yeah. So belt, let's say belt and boots with the Ring of Royal Grandeur. I don't know. I looked at that. And if you had every item giving you cooldown reduction and resource cost reduction added on to the 20% that the set itself gives you, I don't know how much you would get. I just don't think it would be, well, you'd have to give up Compass Rose Traveler's Pledge. And that right there, giving up Compass Rose Traveler's Pledge, that alone, you're giving up, up to 50% damage reduction and up to 100% damage. Either that or you got to give up Unity, which is 50% damage reduction, or you got to give up Ring of Emptiness, which is 300% increase in damage. So what you have to give up just doesn't seem worth it. So they really needed to do a better job with that. It just isn't enough to beef this up. And I guess you could you do it with Zunimasa? Alright, I'd have to give up this belt. Okay, no biggie. I've already got the Ring of Royal Grandeur. You couldn't do it with this. I'd have to give up pants. You couldn't do it. I'm already wearing the Ring of Royal Grandeur. Feet, legs, and belt. I'd have to give up this. I'd have to give up Carnival or this, put Carnival in Cube. It just wouldn't be worth it at all to use that with Zunimasa. Or no, I just have to give up one. It'd probably have to be Depth Diggers. But even that, look at that, I'm giving up 99% additional damage. Just not worth it. Not worth it at all. It doesn't seem... Or obviously I give up 200%. Or just not go with Poison Dart Carnival at all, but just does such a massive amount of damage. I'd be surprised if there's something else out there that does better than that. But I was really hoping that, you know, it would be Jade Harvester was gonna do better, because I mean, this setup is powerful. Ancient Legendary setup is powerful, but it's kind of boring. Yeah, you got a little army, but you just point and click and shoot darts, shoot darts, shoot darts, and everyone else shoots darts. And yeah, every once in a while you get a little bonus spell that you can cast, you know, maybe Paranado or Soul Harvest. This is probably going to go. I'm probably going to get rid of this. But at least with Jade Harvester, it just seemed like there was a little more strategy to it. Shooting your haunts at the enemy and then trying to get the enemy with the Soul Harvest. I don't know, just seemed more interesting, like a more interesting build, more fun to play. But also, there's the fact that I played this setup last season, and I was really hoping I wouldn't end up having to play it again this season. But looks like that's going to be the best setup. So I don't know if I'm going to play the whole rest of the season. Last season I did everything I could to get on the leaderboards, but it's just some people that they have so much time to play that they're already up into the 1,000s, 1,200, 1,400 level. They've already got a couple of primal items. I don't have any primals. It's tough to really do well on the leaderboards without that, being able to do that.
The Prophet did not mention what a bore you can be.
So I'm still gonna give it a try. I'm still gonna give it a go. The only thing I might like to have done, which I guess I kind of wish I had done, was there's a build in the Necromancer that I started to play last season, but I didn't have a chance to really get all of the necessary pieces for it because I didn't spend enough time. I didn't start it enough time in time. I think I only played Necromancer for about a month last season. It just wasn't enough time to get everything I needed. So maybe season 19, I'll play a Necromancer and see if I can get the build. It's going to be a little more tricky to get because it's an Ancient Legendary build, but there were 3 Legendary gems that were almost essential for the build, but now I'm only going to be able to use 2 unless I want to use the 2 rings. I don't really want to use the 2 rings, so I'm going to have to give up one of the Legendary gems, which is going to hurt it a good bit. But anyways, all right, I'm just going to get going. One of the things I am going to do, as much as I have liked this, I'm going to see if I can find a replacement for this. I am going to try to get an Ancient Legendary Hellfire Amulet, something that I haven't really needed yet, but I'm thinking I might like another passive skill. this one does pretty good. It's really good with Jade Harvester. With this setup, it's a little helpful. But I think I would like this. So the Hellfire Amulet that I would like to be Ancient Legendary I would like it to have any one of these 5 skills. Any one of these 5 skills with also hopefully it being well, having other good attributes as well. Any other skill? I think last season I had a Hellfire Amulet, Ancient Legendary with this one, and this one was okay, but probably this will be a little bit better. I'm not ready to give up any of my others yet for this, but all right. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I know I've got at least one. I'm gonna just go make some. Let me see. Forgotten Souls. Okay, I got plenty of Forgotten Souls. You need a few Forgotten Souls. All right, so I'm gonna go and I don't think. All right, one thing I know that I can do. I can actually give up this. This was relatively necessary with the Zunimasa setup. With this setup, I don't really need this all that badly. So I think last season I went with Big Bad Voodoo and Slam Dance. Which is pretty good. It's not great, but it's pretty good. I think it amounts to about an extra 30% damage or so forth. So, So let's just change that right now. One thing I haven't really thought about too much is what to do when I'm farming. Probably not going to use Zunimasa anymore, so or Jade Harvester for that matter. Can I just... hate to just overwrite this. I wish I had one more. Alright, let's put this one... Let's make it that. But I want my ancient legendary. Oh, ancient legendary. Ancient legendary Nagel ring. And I'm going to give her regular Nagel ring.
If you insist.
Definitely won't need Boon of the Horde. Alright, let's go get a couple of Hellfire thingies.
Zakarum has fallen to disgrace. What faith can...
I don't know how many of these I'm gonna have to do. Before I finally get the ancient legendary I'm looking for. Oops. That was dumb. Hit the wrong button. I'm gonna go get a few stacks before I go in.
Die.
That'd be good to start off with. Here we go. Skeletal King and Magda. I did not realize they were going to die that easily. Peace. That was actually a really big surprise. This might go a lot quicker than what I thought it would. I almost feel like I'm not playing on Torment 16. There you go. Alright, well.
I am returning to download.
Doesn't seem like it should be that much more powerful than Zunimasa, but it is. Swampland Waiters. Fire boots. Firewalkers. Alright. I gotta go get recipes in Act 2 from Squirt the Peddler. For the Hellfire Amulet.
I may look
look small, but I'll hurt you if you try to steal from me.
Alright, so I can do 4. Let's try them. Number 1. It's not ancient legendary, and you cannot reforge a crafted item, so I can't even reforge these to try and get one that I'm looking for. I'm just gonna keep doing it until I finally get ancient legendary. Well, not the one I need. Ancient legendary, but not the one I need. Too bad. It'd be good for good for Jade Harvester. Right, nothing. Guess I can hold on to that one. I don't think I'll ever use it, but... Alright, let's go get... Regret. I need some from each of the rest.
Tyrael, it's been interesting for me to see all of these places where you and the Nephilim journeyed. I've heard so much about your adventures with Leah and Cain. I almost feel like I was there.
They were trying times.
They were trying times. You puny mortal, you. Okay, well, I was thinking about just doing a round of bounties while I'm going after these key wardens, but I don't think I will. Let me just go get them. Oops.
There is something not right about these bones. Not ready yet. I must heal. Heal me.
Wow. Okay, that was unexpected.
Slake your thirst on the heretic's blood, my children.
Didn't have any stacks.
Azul will drink no more.
Thank the Seraphim for that.
Fezul al-Khazar promised that he would lead his followers from sinful Chaldeum to a lily-strewn paradise at the heart of the desert, and that the journey would transform them beyond all recognition. Judging by the condition of the gnawed corpses found weeks later, Fezul kept at least one of his promises.
Alright. Get some more key wardens. Yeah, definitely did not expect that guy to kill me like that. Need to get some stacks. think I already got the ones from Act 1, so I just needed 2, 3, and 4.
I am returning to town.
Alright. So I got 3 of each, at least. So I'm gonna need to start up a new game. First, let's take care of this. Templar relic. Alright, I will be right back.